The only advice that we get to deal with negativity is to stay positive and everything will be all right. But that doesn't help sometimes. So, what is the right way of dealing with negativity? Let's find out. Have you ever seen this symbol? It is the Chinese symbol of Taoism. It is called the yinyang. It represents the dark and the light, the negative and the positive, the sunny side and the shady side. A circle cannot be complete without any of these halves. Likewise, the world is both negative and positive. Our mind is both negative and positive. And the people that we meet, our friends, our relatives, our partners, everyone has both positive and negative sides to them. We are all the same. We have both sides in us. And recognizing that a person has both negatives and positives can help us react to their negativity with much more understanding than we normally do. And coming to negativity itself, there are two types of negativity that we face every day. Number one, the one that is coming from others, and number two, the one that's coming from within us. You'll always find someone with negative vibes either at workplace or in the friends group or even in the family. And just one interaction with them is all it takes to spoil your mood, to spoil your day. But you have to remember that regardless of how people treat you or how people behave, you cannot control their actions, but all you can control is how you react to them. So, first of all, stop taking things personally. When someone says something or someone does something to provoke you, first of all, pause for 1 second and think whether the person is saying something true or not. If they are saying the truth, then it is easy to accept the truth and not get much affected by that negative person and the negativity that they are spreading. But if it's not, we have the urge to get back at them with the perfect comeback, and we frame the perfect reactions in our head. We deliver it with even greater confidence and accuracy. But does it end there? No. Now we are going down into a spiral of arguments and negativity. So when you hear someone saying something negative, the best option is to not respond at all. And psychologist David J. Polly came up with the law of garbage truck, which he learned from a cab driver. And this means many people are like garbage trucks. They run around full of garbage, full of frustration, full of anger, and full of disappointment. As their garbage piles up, they look for a place to dump it. And if you let them, they'll dump it on you. So when someone wants to dump it on you, don't take it personally. Just smile, wave, wish them well, and move on. Believe me, you will be happier. And that's it. Many people say or do negative things, but it doesn't mean that it has something to do with you. It just means that they might be going through something in their life which is making them react in that way or say negative things. So it has got nothing to do with you. So stop taking everything personally. An angry person at work, a grumpy person on a vacation is all it takes for our mood to change within a few seconds. We get affected by the mood and the vibes of the people around us. The same thing applies to positive vibes as well. We may not be able to get the whole negativity out of the situation, but we can make it lighter with a little bit of humor or just not responding in words but with a smile, leaving the other person confused a little bit. It may not always work. So the next best solution is to keep your distance. When you come across a negative person every day in your life, it is impossible to avoid them even if you have the perfect boundaries in place. They'll drag you into their negativity and drama because to a negative mind, everything is a reason to mourn. Everything is a reason to see the downside of life, and they love company. Who can agree with them and spread that negativity? When you have observed that some people are being negative about things, try and help them to see that there is a brighter side of things. But if they still don't understand, you need to keep your distance. Keep your distance emotionally. Don't get too involved mentally and emotionally. Learn to listen, but not to get affected by the conversation and that negativity. When you cannot distance yourself from someone physically, learn to distance yourself emotionally and mentally so that that negativity does not affect you in any way. A person is not completely negative or positive from the start. The situations, the people who are part of their life, their experiences, everything shapes them into who they are. And it is not possible for them to take a U turn suddenly and become the exact opposite of who they are. So be patient while they recognize their negativity and work on it. It's easy to point out someone else's negativity, to label someone as negative. But what if you are the one who is negative? How do you make sure it doesn't affect the people around you? The first and foremost step is to become self aware that you have negative thoughts or you're doing and saying something negative, which could end up hurting others. And when you identify you're being negative, what is the cause of the negativity? Sometimes our negativity comes from our situations or problems, or we just wake up on the wrong side of the bed some days. But negativity is a final expression of all the anger and frustration that is building up for a long time, meaning that the root cause of all the negativity is our emotions. Whatever you are feeling, those feelings and emotions are temporary. They don't stay forever. So being aware of your emotions and trying to deal with the root cause of your emotions rather than superficially dealing with your emotions is the best thing to do here. These feelings will pass, but the hurt you inflict upon others or yourself can stay longer than your emotions. This realization can help you act with caution. When you are in a negative state of mind, you tend to feel the need to get it out by telling it out to others, your negative thoughts and feelings. But you have to refrain from gossip because you cannot spread the negativity in you to the people around you. If you feel the necessity to gossip, it is way better to journal your thoughts and feelings until your mind is clear of that negativity. Sometimes we become overcome by jealousy, by the negative people around us, by the expectations we set for ourselves, and the expectations that others have from us. With all these in our heads, sometimes we don't appreciate the things that we have. And we focus on the things that we don't have or something that we haven't achieved, making us even more miserable and negative. So it's important and crucial that we have reminders in our journey every day to appreciate the things that we have and feel grateful for, like maybe a healthy body, a proper digestive system, or just being alive and breathing. When you start counting your blessings, your negative emotions dim out, giving space for growth and happiness. And even if you're the most positive person in the world, sometimes we get into this negativity due to the people we meet, something on our mind, and we may not be able to avoid it completely, but all we can do is become aware of the negativity instead of reacting to it and judging others. Taking control of how we react to negativity can make our life a lot better. So I hope in this video you got an idea of how you can deal with negativity and how you can get out of it without being affected by it. So I'll see you in this video right here. Until then, you take care.